Yeah, 4 white guys at night. I'm taking BeautyBeyondYourHead.com, and I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of Beauty Beyond Your Head TV. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, hey, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So if you read the title of this video, then you are here to hear about how Uber customers tried it. Let's say 4 months at the most that I've been doing Uber periodically. I signed up for Uber maybe a year ago. I added the car. My car was really raggedy. I wasn't able to really do anything, but I signed up because I plan to rent a car from them. Eventually, I got a new car and I got my inspection. Once that was done, I went to a hub. Now, they have like local hubs in certain states, I believe. So I went to the hub and I picked up the sticker. They were supposed to mail me one, but it never came. It's funny because they sent me something in the mail weeks later, and you can't officially do anything without your sticker. That day, I decided to go out and do a dry run to see what would happen. The area that I decided is like downtown Baltimore. Downtown Baltimore, when it's warm, even in the winter, but mainly when it's warm, a lot of people were hanging out, bars, restaurants, clubs, and things like that. Everything went good in the beginning. I started around 8 o'clock. So from 8 to 10, everything was fine. I picked up my first customer. It's like the Charles Village area. There's a college there, restaurants. It's an up and coming area as well. Theater, things like that. So I picked her up and took her to a bar. Cool, good conversation. My next customer, I ended up doing 2 food deliveries, and they were fine. Customers knew I was coming. Hey, thank you. How you doing? I picked up their food, dropped their food off. Everything was fine. And the reason why I'm telling you this way is because of the timeline. By now, I ended up over Washington Boulevard. I picked her up down behind the stadium in our area. So if you're familiar with Baltimore, then you'll know. Took her up to Falls Road area. From there, I picked up a couple, and I took them maybe 5 minutes, 8 minutes at the most, which is further into the Falls Road area. Everything was fine. So it started getting weird here. I dropped them off. The next customer was like 5 minutes away. So I accepted the ride. Now they don't show you where they're going until after you accept the ride. And I go to where I'm picking this person up from. It says Kate, but Kate can have like Bill and Jack with her. I don't know. So I drop the customers off, and then I go and I pick Kate up. If you're familiar with Uber as a customer, then you know you can follow your ride. They know that I'm coming. They can see me. They can see where I am in relation to on the way to them. I get there, and I'm talking about, okay, it is something straight out of Elm Street black. The only lights I see is my truck lights, and it look like something out of Jeepers Creepers. I get out of there. I'm pissed off by now because, like, you knew I was coming. I felt like I was being set up. I threw that truck in reverse so fast and I canceled the ride. Now, here's the thing that makes me mad. Uber does not have an option where you can click while you cancel the ride that you don't feel safe. That should be the first thing on the cancellation list. Didn't feel safe. Period. I don't want to have to go into no whole bunch of details. And I'm in the process of trying to get Uber to respond to me about that because I didn't get paid. And it's like, listen, y'all wasting my time. Turned the app off and I turned my GPS on when I was on my way home. Then I changed my mind. I said, you know what? Let's continue. I'm going to continue. I won't let this situation spoil my night. I won't let this cause me to miss out, because I'm pretty sure if a lot of people was doing it, it can't possibly be that bad. Okay, I turn the app back on. I get a bing. Again, I'm about 5 minutes from this last Jeepers Creepers, Freddy Krueger, Jason, Mother, and them death, whatever, name a scary movie, House on the Hill ass house. I accept it. Now, it says, like, John, Justin, Jack, some fucking body with a J. I don't know. So I'm on my way and I get lost. I'm familiar with the area, but not that familiar. So it's like, well, I'm at the light rail. He messaged me, so then I called, like, hey, I'm about to pick you up. I'm your Uber, you know. So we're on the phone almost literally until I pull up. The light rail is like the train for us. It's like a local above ground train. This light rail stop, I cannot see. I had to drive down a hill and then go down behind a wall. There's a restaurant and it's well lit up on the main street. It shows me that they're going to Towson. So I'm like, okay, Towson is a good 20 minutes from where I was picking them up from. So I said, okay, this will be cool. This will be at least a $10 ride. I'm on the phone with him and I hear him talking to other people. I'm like, well, how many people with you? He's like, 4. That was the first thing that rubbed me wrong. Yeah, 4 white guys at night. No, I ain't with it. I'm like, well, where are you? I'm expecting them to be where I can see them. Maybe they were waiting for the light rail. I don't know, and decided to go ahead and catch an Uber. Who knows? But either way, you're not looking legitimate. So I say, okay, well, I'm not coming down in there. What are you doing while you down in there? Oh, we're gonna come up. Now, mind you, me and him have been on the phone for a good while now because I was lost. He had to talk me through which way to go to get to him based on, where I said I was or whatever. So he's like, well, I'm gonna hang up and we're gonna come up. No, son, I'm done. I canceled that ride. Another situation where I did not feel safe, and I was unable to explain that. It's just not an option, which it should be the first option. So I basically was done for the night. I wish I had decided to tell this story in the very beginning. And it's funny because I've had other customers ask me about my, experience, and it's been overall good, except for these 2 situations. And people tell you use your discretion and stuff like that. It's just like sometimes you have no way of knowing. I didn't know that I would be unsafe until I got to that first location, and that's what it looked like outside when I pulled up. Anybody in their right mind would feel some type of way about that. Like, I didn't stay, I didn't care. Literally, I called, they didn't answer. As I was calling, they didn't answer. Panic set in. I'm out. Skirt. I'm out. So at some point, I feel like Uber as a company should take responsibility for their customers. You have to do a background check to drive. Vet your customers, because every situation that I've seen where something went wrong, when it makes the news and things like that, it be volatile as ignorant, ratchet, disrespectful ass, old uncouth ass customers. I'm trying to make some money. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do the right thing. It's probably a 50-50 situation, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure when they get into my car, they're just as fearful of me as I am of them. But every situation that makes the news, it is the customer that is disrespectful and acting like they don't have any sense. Rarely is it the driver. So, I said, you know what? This is something that's bothering me. I really think that I should talk about it. And Uber needs to do something. You need to vet your customers. Seriously. Like, when they're signing up, when we are signing up, because I'm a customer as well, you agree to this service, you agree to a routine background check. Period. Because I feel like it's discriminatory. Now, you worried about me and my record as a driver, but my life is in danger with these customers. My safety is in danger with these customers. I didn't randomly go driving into no dark area. I didn't get called to a location with 4 guys down in a hole behind a wall. I didn't randomly do that on my own. I was called there, you know. That's basically my first Uber experience. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you've had a crazy experience, tag your best friend that drive for Uber. They got a crazy story. Let's start a discussion down below. Tell me what you think. Do you agree? Do they need to vet their customers just as well as they vet their drivers? Tell me what you think. Let me know. I picked her up. I picked up a couple, and they were. So when I picked up you have the option to call a customer. I call, and I don't get a response. So panic mode kicks in. I'm like, hold up, I can't see. I don't know who out here. I don't know if this is a setup. I don't know if a bullet about to come flying through my truck because they got me on like infrared beam type sight. I don't know what's going on. So